This is the lower leg bones, so or the hind leg, I should say. So that's the femur, thigh. This is the tibia, it's a shin, along with a piece of a fibula there. We have part of the pelvis. It's called ischium over here. So this is a moderate-sized duck-billed dinosaur. These are the original bones. This is an animal that was found just into New Jersey from Pennsylvania, where there are Cretaceous age sediments. Basically, they accumulated in shallow seawater settings, probably lagoons or bays. So this was an animal that died and got buried in sort of a clayey bottom pretty quickly. So other parts of the skeleton, I'll pull this top drawer. This is kind of one of the interesting things that Joseph Leidy noted about this particular animal is the hind limbs were way bigger than the forelimbs. This is the humerus, the ulna, and the radius, so down here. So much smaller. And that's what gave them this idea that, hey, maybe this animal was built kind of like a kangaroo is built, with big powerful hind limbs and a big powerful tail and the shorter forelimbs. And really, so the original reconstructions, although they were awkward and standing upright, they at least sort of knew their parts. And today we would understand that the body is balanced more over the hips and the tail is up off the ground, and these forelimbs may be down toward the ground and might be used when the animal is grazing and foraging. But if this animal was running or traveling long distances, probably did not incorporate the forelimbs into its movements. So when this was found and excavated and brought here to Philadelphia, there's about 30% of the skeleton. Now the good thing about that is, okay, if you've got a left femur, you can easily create what a right femur looked like, where dinosaurs like us are bilaterally symmetrical. So they had a good part of the skeleton. If you'll notice, what's missing is head. There is no skull for Hadrosaurus foulkii. There are a few teeth, and the teeth are not terribly remarkable. They clearly are pretty distinctive of, for example, a duck-billed dinosaur, but you wouldn't be able to identify what kind of duck-bill just based on the tooth. But these sorts of teeth indicated to the early people studying this skeleton that the animal was reptilian, number one, but they even compared these teeth to iguana teeth, the living reptile, the iguana. And when they reconstructed what the skull of Hadrosaurus might have looked like, they basically used an iguana for the model. So they made an educated guess about what the skull of this animal would look like when they eventually put this skeleton on display. And that was in 1868 when this was put out, which, by the way, first skeletal mount of a dinosaur in any museum in the world was here in Philadelphia at the Academy of Natural Sciences.